Don't move.
Feels good, doesn't it? To hold one in your hand again.
Dude, I swear to God, the Acolyte just never ceases to amaze me. I feel like this entire episode was half stupidity, Wile E. Coyote, and the majority of it was just the setup for a weird bad boy manhwa fanfic thing. What is happening right now? Oh my God. I'm gonna have so much fun with this because this is just, I feel like we're witnessing something that a lot of people are not gonna ever be privy to. And this is just like a special occasion, a special time in history where, sorry. Let's just start from the beginning. Oh, I'm so tired right now. Okay, so we, hold on, let me take a drink of water. So Osha wakes up and she realizes she's not at home. She is in trouble. She is sitting near a pool of water that actually looks very cozy, and someone has fixed her up. But where is she? She's extra careful. By this time, we know that our villain friend already knows that this is not May, that this is in fact Osha, obviously. Plus, why wouldn't he know this? Osha's very thirsty, and the thirst is about to get worse. So why is she squatting like she's taking a shit? What? What in the world? Squats like that. You only squat like that if you're taking a poo in the forest. I mean, I squat like that, but not like all the way up on my tippy toes. That's freaking weird. Okay, whatever. She puts the thing down and searches the rest of the area, and she's like, oh no. So as she goes out with her dagger, she realizes that she is in the middle of the ocean on an island. Honestly, I would have swam over to one of these pillars, even though he could probably get you up there, but one of these pillars up here, I would at least hide for a little while. I know that probably wouldn't make any sense. I would still try, unless they're like sharks or predators in the water. Oh, but it's worse than that because there is a ship nearby on this unknown planet, and it's not, you can swim that. Like, you can swim that. I know the current's probably strong, but you can swim that though. She has every chance in this episode to get away, and she doesn't take it. And I wonder why.
Kobe.
And tell me why they keep showing this family of elephant chickens. They're not cute. I don't know if they're using them as a marketing gimmick to sell toys, but they look like horror movie entities. Like, look at them. You look at them long enough and it's like, ugh. And the way they're just inserted seemingly for no reason just makes it seem like some desperate attempt to add some substance to this episode, something else for people to look at. And there's substance in this episode, all right. Just have a feeling it's about to be spilled into one character from the other. Just so you can see the distance, Osha looks at the shore and she looks longingly over into yonder, and there is what I'm assuming is the ship. And yeah, you're gonna be working pretty hard to swim across that, but it can be swam across, right? Anybody else notice this? And then she sees the dude. He's walking away from her with his fruit basket and his hammer pants, and she's looking at it. Why is she breathing like that, bro? Like, she's like, I feel like this entire episode was just like a mating call from one to the other. His pheromones, or I don't know, his ass juice is emitting some kind of scent that she just can't apparently deny. So instead of being like, let me try to go to the ship, I have to follow that. Just, I can't help it. You know what it reminds me of? Of course, why would you know that? Of course you wouldn't know. But it reminds me of this dog. And it was a little rat terrier thing, or maybe a mini pin, I don't remember. But anyways, he had gotten away and the owners could not get him back. The good news is my pity mix bitch was in heat, so I used her to lure him. He was an escape artist and very smart for his own good, but yet, even though he knew he didn't want to be locked inside our little alleyway, the smell of my pity bitch was just too strong, and even though he knew very well, I'm gonna get locked behind this gate if I go in there, the hot piece of bitch ass was just too much of of a pull. And so instead of running away and escaping, little old Cash decided that he was gonna go in the gate to go take a sniff. And with his nose all up in her doggy crotch, I closed the gate behind him, and the neighborhood, yeah, they were literally cheering because everyone was trying to get this little thing. And I said, I'm sorry, buddy, but you made that choice. And I picked him up and I kissed him on his little head, and I'm sorry, he didn't get any prize. No mating victory, just his little puppy blue balls as I carried him all the way back to his owners. The little boy that owned him was so happy, but I kind of felt bad for him. Ew. What the fuck is going on here? Moral of the story. I don't know what the moral is, but she's obviously here at this point because she wants to be here. Not at any point this entire episode do we see this girl trying to make an escape. No, it's just she's always giving an opportunity to kill him or do something. And she sorry. The fucking dog. So now Saul is very unhappy, and he knows that they're in danger. So he tries to call for help. And I swear to God, I don't know why writers do this. It's such a weird thing to do. It drives me up the freaking wall. Like, you have these characters, right? And they won't just explicitly state what the issue is. They always have to either save it for another scene where they get cut off or interrupted, or be very cryptic to the point of ludicrousness.
My whole team is dead.
Okay. So May is walking through the ship, because remember, Soul doesn't know it's her. I don't know why he wouldn't, because his mind, whatever, it doesn't matter. But she hears him saying that he needs to speak with Miss Venom. Venupidu, what's her name?
I must speak to Master Vanestra.
Vanestra, whatever. Meanwhile, this thing, which I'm sure they're gonna use for merchandising as well, keeps following May and sniffing her human scent trail. I don't know why he's bothering to do that, because he can clearly see her. Like, isn't he trained to howl when he catches something? But he can see her. He has now found the thing. Why doesn't he howl and alert Master Soul? Whatever.
We were ambushed. Someone knew we were coming.
Run it.
There is a much larger threat than we anticipated. Osha, I'm going to reset the transceiver.
This is the stupidest scene out of this entire episode. He doesn't explicitly come out and state what the threat is. He goes around we go, let's shoot a missile into the air and have it do several laps around the freaking planet before you actually say what the actual danger is. There is a much larger threat than we anticipated. What does that mean? Poison gas? An animal? A person? A monster? Bro, you're being so freaking vague on purpose. You don't have as much time. You don't have barely any power in your ship. And it's important with what danger, what the level of danger this is, for you to come out and say, yes, testing, a Sith Lord killed all of our Jedi. Why is he being so unnecessarily vague about this? It makes no sense. And then this is the next part. I don't know how many stupid, nonsensical things they could fit into one scene, but they managed to do it here in the Acolyte episode 6. Now this girl, I thought that I was wondering, okay, did she want to learn about Soul and maybe have him take her to the rest of the Jedi so she could just kill them all? But no, she pretended to be Osha for a reason. And apparently that reason is to now kill him? Then why didn't you do that back on the planet when you had a chance? Oh my God. Why are you doing it now? And even though he's like Osha because he thinks it's you, why did that stop you? Why didn't you just follow through? That never stopped you before. What in the world? What kind of stupidity is this? What insanity are the writers drinking in liquid form? It doesn't make any sense. Holy shit, man. You see, and if she had decided to kill him, nobody would have known what this very big threat was because he took forever and a half trying to tell them, and he still hasn't managed to do so.
Going to reset the transceiver. Take the wheel.
You could have killed him? What are you doing? What? Are you okay? What is wrong with, no, I legitimately have this question. And please, don't y'all get in your feelings, but is is May special or something? Like, I really have to ask, does she have like cognitive dissonance or something? Because on the planet where she was with her master, she mentioned that she wanted to turn herself into the Jedi back in episode 5. They even showcase it in the recap.
You were wrong. Osha being alive changes everything. I'll turn myself over to the Jedi.
He'll kill you.
You'd have to find me first.
And then she's just sitting there and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna watch my sister get freaking rocked and running away from this guy. Okay, she's scared of him, whatever. She's gonna try and do whatever. She could turn herself into the Jedi. Now she can do that because it doesn't really matter. She's not gonna do anything. She's running away the whole time. Don't tell me that she was going to try and save her sister, because this entire time she is running away from the action and keeping herself hidden. She doesn't give a damn about her sister. And as May goes out, she's like, all right, well, oh, snap. God damn, that was kind of brash. It's a Padawan, Jedi, whatever you want to call them, and she tries so hard to kill this woman, even though she literally just said she was going to turn herself into the Jedi. That's probably the safest place for you, or not, because the Jedi are getting sliced like a hot knife through butter. She looks so dumb. And you'd think that if she had an intention to turn herself into the Jedi so they could take her away to safety and take her out of there, that she would take that opportunity. She doesn't just fight to get away, she actively tries to kill Jackie. So now imagine my confusion when she reneges on what she had set up before, constantly, by not taking the opportunity to kill Saul when she had the chance. Several times. Dude, his guard is down. What? Dude. So it's as though Soul can control her just with his voice, so she goes and takes the wheel and forgets all about what she was about to do. Looking like those witches that were high off their own scent back at the little conclave you came from.
The power of many.
Really, buddy? Now you're angry? You didn't even, like, acknowledge your friends' bodies as you were leaving the area, but okay, whatever. So Master Saul gets himself together and leaves, and the stupid otter thing doesn't go to tell him what's going on. Maybe it doesn't know it's supposed to do that. Yeah, let's just go with that. It's looking for a way to charge Pip. And so it charges him and they start talking to each other, and, you know, Pip is like, oh my God, what's happening? Oh no, that's not Osha. And the otter's like, I know, she smells freaking dank. Meanwhile, the fan fiction manual continues as this guy knows he's being followed. And who's following his scent trail? Can you guess, my friends? Can you guess who's following his scent trail instead of escaping, since he was walking in the complete opposite direction?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh my God, I'm so dead. What a freaking creep. It's the way she slinks out from the corner. Look how she's standing, bro. She looks so creepy. If this had been a guy doing this would have looked so weird. She's like, let me go spy on him. Just don't want him to hear me. Then he's like, you know what would be great right now? A bath. Oh, shut up. Bro, what is happening? Oh my God. I'm so dead. Like, I'm so trying so hard to keep it together, but this is just... came out of nowhere. Look, I admit, like, okay, the Sith Lord Daddy, whatever, is a very attractive person. Does this have a place in Star Wars, though? What are we doing? Like, no, it just, the length at which it went on, it feels like this is supposed to be another show, you know? You want to go on somewhere else, Wattpad or whatever platform, and do this, feel free to do that. I just don't know what place it has in this. It just feels so out of left field, and I could have seen this happening with May, but with Osha? But none of them have any integrity or character anyway, so maybe it's in line with their character. Wow. I'm so done. Wow, what are you doing right now? What are you doing? You know he's getting undressed. What are you doing? He is distracted. Go to the ship. What? Okay. Okay, maybe she's never had any male attention before aside from Soul, and he's like a father figure to her. Really, though? But Yord was her friend? I'm so confused right now. What is she doing? What are you? She's like, I need to go to the ship, but maybe I'll see what he's packing first to see if I should take it along. So he's like, such a great day to take a bath. The water is so cool. Let me wet my ass so I'm nice and shiny. And then Osha's like, let me just go see just to make sure, like, I know what's going on. Because I will kill him, but I just need to be very slow and watch for science to see if something bursts out of his body first. And for that, I need to comb through every area of it just to be sure. But let me, like, wait, let me see first. Let me see what's going on. Let me measure and make sure this is the right person that I'm gonna...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, I don't know why, but, like, her look, like, the whole thing, look how much other rocks there are to hide. But anyway, she looks so stupid, and she makes me feel nauseous. And then she sees his lightsaber, and I know he knows she's there. So she picks it up, and I swear to you, this is the dialogue that we get after she stands like she's in a Nicki Minaj music video.
How does it feel?
Don't move.
Feels good. Doesn't it? To hold one in your hand again.
What? What are we talking about? It's not even on. Why is she standing? She looks like an idiot. She looks like a freaking idiot. And then he's like, yeah, you should keep your other elbow up higher. Your form is not good. And she holds the unsheathed lightsaber out at him because that's gonna make him not throw her into the rocks behind her with the force that he can so clearly use that she saw him use before. And then he says, if you're not gonna join me, I'd like to put my clothes back on. Tell me, after seeing this entire interaction, if it feels like we're watching the same show.
I'm wondering if it's honorable to kill me like this.
Like how? With your clothes off or your dick hard? Because I can't, who said I want to kill you? Oh wait, yeah, I do. But maybe I won't. So you leave your clothes off a little longer, and then when you put them on, then I'll kill you. Hey, bitch, my eyes are up here. It's clear that they wrote this scene for a specific set of audience. And as I said, you know, I just like most other women love the whole bad boy trope with the let's fix him, and then he ends up breaking you, but then you don't care and you still try to like endlessly try to fix him even though you know it's a lost cause. That's what this is giving. Don't know what it has to do with Star Wars, but then again, I may be wrong. Was Star Wars ever this? I mean, Anakin, like, was that ever a thing? Look at how look at this shit. What in the fuck is going on? I'm sorry. What in the hell is going on? Look at him doing the whole neck toss thing, like the angel eyes, the bedroom eyes, like, yeah, you want me to fuck you, don't you? Yeah. What tongue I got? What your boyfriend got to do with me? That kind of look. That's what goes on for the entirety of the, sorry. For the entirety of this most of the why is this even here? It just feels like, I mean, yeah, okay, but why? Did they write this for teenage girls or something? It just feels very weirdly, oddly placed in this. But then again, this is the Acolyte we're talking about, so I don't know why at this point we should be surprised.
But a few hours later, it's vengeance. Now you're wondering how I can read your mind. I can't. Not exactly. Your anger betrays your thoughts.
Why bring me here? Why not kill me?
I mean, we could be asking you the same question. Why haven't you attempted to kill him? He killed all of those Jedi, and he would have killed you. But she's not thinking with a full set right now. She's drowning in the lower region of her body. So, thoughts, the brain is just gone. It's sopping wet.
Am I supposed to be your prisoner?
Prisoner? You're the one with the weapon.
No, sir. You're the one with the weapon in your freaking pants. You have the Force. You can use it much better than I can. You could take this unactivated lightsaber out of my hands and do whatever. And he could have done that before, but he's not doing it for a particular reason. Why? Of course, so we can have this wonderfully written fan fiction from freaking webtoons play out in front of us for the Star Wars audience that this is apparently for.
Did you kill Saul?
No.
Did you kill May?
No. Interesting you ask about him first, though.
Because he's more her family than May was. May tried to kill her, and as far as she knows, killed her entire family. So, not caring about her sister, or caring about Soul more than she cares about her sister, seems on point, though. You would think he would understand this, but these two are perfect for each other, because they're both thinking with half of their brain.
He taught you the Jedi arts, but he's more to you than that. A special relationship, isn't it? Master and pupil?
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop looking at me and speaking to me like this. You're busting me wide open. And just like that, the intoxicating smell of his masculine canal draws her, and she's no longer in control of her own body. And so as he walks away, she's inevitably drawn to his scent. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
You feel me?
This is what we're working with. Had I known this Acolyte series was gonna be this, I would have come a little bit more prepared. And I have a feeling this wasn't originally written into the script because, good lord, laying it on a bit thick. So we're back to Soul and May, and still she has a lot of time to kill him, but she does not because who knows?
Oh, Sith.
Oh, buddy, okay. What in the world kind of relationship did you have with my sister? Because this is making me a tad uncomfy. Why did he grab her like that, bro? I probably would have frozen too. That's what I always do when I'm grabbed like that. Just complete frozen in disbelief and trying to process what's going on until it finishes. I know it's very morbid and dark, but it's the truth. From her, though, I would not have expected this. Maybe he was like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. This was weird. And you'd think this is the time he would read her mind, but nope. You may be wondering, well, what would be the purpose of him reading her mind if he thinks it's Osha? I don't know. Is it something he has to turn on, or is it something he should be able to feel people's intentions? Because that's what we were getting from this. And look at what he says afterwards.
You saved us, Osha. You saved me.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up because I was about to ask who is us? Because everybody back there is dead. And I don't know. Maybe I'm confused but how did she save him again?
You saved me. That man, he corrupted your sister.
Okay. Did May not have any accountability? Does she have any agency over her own mind? I bet they're gonna go that angle with it. That May over here, who he doesn't know is May, or he might by this point, is completely innocent, and it's not her fault she turned to the dark side and slayed a whole bunch of people.
He pushed me to a place I'm sorry. It's time to make things right. It's time for me to face the High Council.
Oh no, what did he do? Are we gonna say what he did? They keep on teasing this, but he never just comes out and says it. You would think that he would do this with the whole trust bond between them, but he never does. For the sake of why? Drama. So he says he's gonna tell them everything.
Everything?
Coruscant 5112 to Pelin GX8, you are cleared for transmission.
This would be the opportune time to kill him if you're going to, but she's too curious, and we already knew this. But then why would that be a reason to want to kill him in the previous scene that I showed you when you already wanted to know or have him admit his crimes? Just doesn't make any freaking sense. The best place to have done that was when he was on the planet.
Do you want to take a look?
No, why don't you take a look? You're the master. So we're back to bald-headed Gamora, and she says Rayancourt has never been a friend of the Jedi, whoever the hell that is. The person with whom she's speaking says that Jedi have always been transparent with the Senate. Every single one of them, are they a hive mind? Do they not have individuals? I mean, it's clear that they have been Jedi in the past and have done bad things, so why would you absolutely trust every single one of them and let them on a short leash like the Kelneka dude?
What is it, Mark? We received a distress call from Master Soul. Apparently he's on a mission in the Outer Rim.
What did he say?
There were casualties.
Who?
The connection was faulty, but it sounded like The entire team.
And look how much more prepared his friends would have been had he told them what to expect exactly. But Master Soul didn't do that because Master Soul's a freaking senile idiot. And why do everyone's faces look exactly the same? She looks like Osha, Osha looks like May, Soul looks like her. Everyone is wearing exactly the same face. Like, if I had a problem with distinguishing characters and I thought all humanoid people looked exactly alike, I would not be able to tell their personalities from each other because they all have exactly the same expression. And why do her lips always look tight like she's perpetually mad at someone? And I think people were saying that she's the wife of the showrunner. Is she upset because her wife decided to make her wear this costume and do this? It had to be. She had to have been forced to do this because she looks like she does not want to be here. And she's not very good at it either.
Get him back on the comms.
Unfortunately, we've lost contact.
Prepare a rescue team to depart for the planet Kofar immediately.
How do you know where he is?
I sent him there.
Now we're back to the fanfic, and Osha's getting closer with Mr. Bad Boy.
You speak as if you were a Jedi.
I was a long time ago.
I've never heard of you.
Why would you have? You probably haven't heard of half the people across the galaxy either, so what the hell? Does she know every single Jedi in existence? Because if she does, I applaud her for that. Otherwise, why would it make any sense whatsoever to know him? And does she even know his full real name? What are they supposed to say? The guy that looks East Asian with freaking pecs and a nice butt and obviously affects you in some way. Why would you have heard? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to figure out what the logic behind the script is. I don't think there's actually any. I think they're just winging it.
You bring me here?
It was a really long time ago.
Why'd you bring me here?
Why do you think?
Leverage?
Everyone does seem to want you.
Okay. I mean, do you want me to? This is the way she hesitates because she doesn't know what to say about that. That she's not thinking with a clear set. Relax. So she's saying that Soul will come here. Soul is very powerful. She says that Soul's found her before. And since his strength in the Force is so powerful, you'd think he would have killed this guy. But he didn't. He got thrown. How could she even say this to this character, knowing that he bodied Soul? Maybe she stopped Soul from killing him, but the guy obviously had given up because he wanted to drive Soul to the dark side. That was very clear. So he says, you think that's his strength? That's your strength in the Force, Osha. And she's such a dumbass that has no life experience and she just eats up everything he says. Had he been a 300-pound, disgusting gray beard looking dude that never showers, she would not have been this enamored and hanging on to every word. I guarantee it.
You think that's his strength? That's your strength in the Force, Osha. Someone ought to teach you that. I'd start swimming if you want to make it to the ship before sundown, or you could wait for the tide to go out. You hungry?
Wait, what tide? I mean, I guess they are, if you consider the islands and stuff, so that makes sense. And throughout all of this, guess what she doesn't do? The ship's right there. Guess what she does not do, guys? She doesn't swim to the... Oh my god, this guy, the riz on him is so freaking powerful. That's the real force of this entire thing. Even the writers can't escape it. Hey, Dad! And this otter thing is so annoying. It finally confronts May and is like, I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hump your leg and then step on your toe and then like run away. I guess this is supposed to be funny and we're supposed to be happy that this is happening, but this is just so freaking ridiculous. I don't even know what to comment at this point because it's just... Anyway, she's mad at Pip because he made that happen and she decides to reset him to factory settings, and this is the most emotion we've seen on this person since this show. And so she holds down... Wait. She presses a button and holds down the home button to power him down. Weird. And then he resets the factory settings, which causes his lights to glow red to indicate to us, the audience, that he's no longer himself. Storytelling 101, am I right? So now Pip isn't Pip anymore. And you would think this would be something that Soul would catch on to, right? And then we're back to the fan fiction with these freaking things. Oh my god. Look at them. Ew, stop. What are these? Are they gonna be fried into food for teriyaki for later? Because otherwise, why do they keep showing us them? They're not even moving properly. Look at them. They're like stiff.
What did you mean by strength in the Force?
Yeah, go ahead. Fool yourself into thinking you're here for research. I'm not here because I'm following you. I'm here because I have questions. And then I'll leave.
Exactly that.
If you were a Jedi, you know it's something you must exercise. Without training, it fades.
And that's what they told you. The Jedi teach there's only one way to access the Force. And if you don't do it their way, it fades.
Okay. I feel like the director was like, I want everything you do to be slow and calculated. Seduce me. I'm the camerawoman, right? Okay, no, the camera women are over there, but pretend me like me, okay? Like, seduce me. No, honey, don't worry. Stay back there. It's for work. I want you to act like you want to seduce me over to the dark side, to your side, into your bed. I mean, to the dark side. And that's what they're directing him to do, because throughout everything, that's what he's doing. He's always like trying to win her over, and she's looking as though she's completely losing her shit. Her head is clouded, she can't think, or we're supposed to believe this is what she always wanted all along.
Below the surface of consciousness are powerful emotions. Anger, fear, loss, desire.
No! That's the path to the dark side.
That's the path to my dick. So then we continue the battle for Osha's brain cells, and we're reminded, and so is she apparently, why she should have tried to escape when she had the chance. Even if it had been for naught, the effort would have been made, and this is the reason why we need to remember the effort needs to be attempted.
You murdered my friends.
I killed Jedi.
The two can exist at the same time. And even still, he murdered your friends and you cannot keep your eyes on his face. I feel like she's trying to justify why she should be mad at him, but failing miserably.
I killed those who threatened my existence.
You killed Yord.
A man who didn't hesitate to turn you in for a crime you didn't commit.
How did he know that? Oh well, I guess he has his ways. And then she's like fighting herself like, okay, screw Yord, my childhood friend. You killed Jackie too. And he comes back with her and says, where do you think all that was gonna go? You would have had the same relationship with her that you have with your master. And he's trying to convince her that this is somehow a bad thing. One-sided, yeah. But you know, if you become my tutor, I mean my pupil, and you take your place under me where you belong, then it can be two-sided, if you know what I mean. The both of us can eat soup at midnight. Whatever the frick that means.
Why do you love people who can only go so far? Who can't go as deep as you can?
What do you mean can't go as deep as you can? Well, by that logic, she shouldn't have loved her mother either. And I know that this guy is thinking to himself, what a dumbass this chick is. This should be easy.
I'm not my sister. I'm not that easily corrupted.
Oh, are you not, though? Really? Interesting. Interesting that you decided to stick around when you had plenty of opportunities to leave because you were looking at a piece of man-ass. Did you think we forgot? Or are you trying to fool yourself into thinking that you're not the pervert you know you are and that you don't want special cuisine meat served rare? I would believe she actually wanted to kill him if she took every single one of the chances that she could have to try to. And even if you go with her not believing she could kill him, why would you follow him and watch him take a bath? And then when he tells you could leave, you follow him. You follow him. You don't even attempt to go for the shit, bro. You're just like, I can't, my legs have a life of their own. I'm just gonna talk to make it look like I don't want him, but I really do. Stupid legs, stupid vajayjay. The only force I'm seeing here is the force that is provided by nature, and it is the force in the need to breed. Because that's the only thing that can explain why the person like this, that is so uncorrupted, would choose to leave and escape a possible escape route there, you know, since she's a freaking mechanic and could probably hotwire the ship. Don't tell me it's stupid, because they've done dumber things in the show. She has the opportunity to hotwire the ship, or at least make the attempt, and she doesn't take it. She decides that she's going to follow the man who murdered her friends because he's a hot piece of ass. And there she goes. Not even an attempt. Not one. No way. No, he didn't even have to earn this. It was just given to him on a silver platter. So then she's like, all right, I'm I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna try and swim. I'm gonna just stand here because I really want to go back inside, but I can't let him know that. I can't let myself look weak, even though I've already done that time and time again.
Aren't you forgetting something? You stayed here to do something.
I don't think you think it's exactly what she was thinking. She probably staying here for a completely different reason, bro.
Do it.
Grab the stick and twist it!
Turn it on.
Turn what on? It's already been turned on this entire episode, sir. I'm trying to turn it off.
Turn it on.
A Jedi doesn't attack the unarmed.
Why do you still think of yourself as a Jedi? They didn't want you.
It's not true.
Twist the stick!
I left
Why?
because I chose to.
I had to look this up because this entire thing is so ridiculous. Like I said, I get it, but not really sure that Star Wars was the place for this. Then again, what do I know? I'm not even a fan of Star Wars. I mean, The Mandalorian set me on that path, and then the last season of The Mandalorian kicked me right off it again. But then break my crayons and stuff them down my shirt. I was not surprised, but equally as surprised, to see that the showrunner apparently confirms that a Sith Lord romance is being set up. Wow. The Acolyte sent the internet into a frenzy when it was revealed that the masked Sith Lord is really a muscular Manny Jacinto. Now, according to the showrunner Leslie Headland, the Sith may be entering Star Wars' next full-blown forbidden romance affair or love affair. The Acolyte Episode 5 brought on mixed emotions for Star Wars viewers, although Episode 5's Jedi deaths were absolutely brutal, Jackie's in particular. There's nothing brutal about it, it just happened. Anyway, the Acolyte knew what it was doing with Chimera's biceps and suave attitude. Clearly, the show will be building upon that momentum, perhaps introducing the latest dark side, light side romance. Latest? Oh, so this happened before. And apparently the showrunner admits that's what's going to happen. So it wasn't just me then, because this felt like it took a completely different direction. From the minute I saw him and know what kind of show this is, I immediately figured that's the direction we were going in, and I wasn't wrong. I will say this though, the introduction of the Sith Lord makes the show 1,000 times more entertaining than anything we had before, because this dead, uninspired, and tasteless and bland actor, or for want of a better word, was not enough of a draw to make the show interesting, and the writing sure as hell isn't. So the Sith Lord is the only thing the show has going for it, which is not really saying much. So no wonder the showrunner decided to lean into it. I bet you she rewrote this. I mean, I could be wrong, but I can imagine if she showed the focus group and they were like, it's boring, but then the minute they saw this guy, they were like, oh my god, he's kind of hot. They were like, you know what, I think, because people like this, let's just turn the Star Wars show into a completely different show with romance and them banging in the cave, because this is what the fans of Star Wars want.
Okay.
It's so clear what's going on. So anybody that's picking up on it, congrats, awesome. Yeah, I picked up on it from the freaking poison shop thing because he was being very toward, and I even thought to myself, you know, I could completely see them doing this. In a fan fiction, not the actual show, but you know, here we are. But again, the dynamics had to be what they are after what he did in episode 5. He cannot seem like an alpha male-y, intimidating. We know he's capable of that from 5, but that cannot be his dynamic with her. It would make sense. We have to see this other side of him, and we have to see specifically the way he is with her. He never let May see his face, and he let her see him naked. Osha. You know what I mean? The character design was very, very intentional. And apparently she made frequent references to Kylo and Rey. I don't know who the fuck those people are, but I'm guessing this is not something new they've done in Star Wars, so okay, and people have already seen that they've taken beats from the previous Star Wars movies based on what fans are saying. I mean, May and Osha existing are one of the reasons why people were up in arms, because the story was clearly done before, apparently, so they decided to do it again. Oh my god, there's a thing! There's the freaking, Sinister thing. What do you call it? Darth Maul? I think that's his name. But that's the red-faced dude I was talking about. He looks like the dude from Sinister. Or maybe it's not Sinister. What am I thinking about? This is a horror movie. A horror movie with the red-faced demon thing. Insidious. Sinister, Insidious. Whatever. Same difference. But see? That's the thing that I saw. I told you they look identical. And it's not just me, guys. See, on the website, totally looks like Darth Maul looks like the demon from Insidious. There you go. Great minds think alike, I guess. Or weak minds think... Never mind. Anyway, now that you know this is what you're getting, you can avoid or watch it at your own discretion because, good lord. The way this just took a turn from, hey, I want to be a Jedi and the power of many, the power of one and the power of two, all the way to the power of too hot to keep my clothes on. It just came out of nowhere. And you know what's funny? I even said in episode 3, what if the girls grow up and they want a relationship with someone? Is she gonna have to stay with her twin sister the entire time and deny her love? Who knows? They would have been setting this up from before.
Why do you still think of yourself as a Jedi? They didn't want you.
Yeah, why is she calling herself a Jedi? She's not a Jedi. She made that very clear.
I left.
Why?
Because I chose to.
Are you sure about that?
Let me go.
What you're feeling right now, this anger, this pain, this is who you are. The Jedi saw it, and that's why they threw you away.
They didn't throw me away.
Then why aren't you a Jedi?
Are they gonna do the whole connect, we both lost everything, so we're together kind of deal? This would have all been great if it happened organically, but it felt forced as hell. At this point, May has more integrity than Osha does, because someone kills her family, she chases them to the ends of the earth for revenge. But Osha, she wants to fuck them.
Why aren't you a Jedi, Osha?
Because I failed!
Oh my god. Oh, dick quit!
I understand. I lost everything, Osha.
Now you need to feel bad for me. Now I can excuse everything I've done because I am filled with darkness and pain and hurt. So it was warranted. And the only reason it's warranted is because we're both hot, so we can get away with it.
That's when you're finally free.
I swear to God, I thought they were gonna make them kiss here, and I was gonna be like, man, I hope the lightsaber cuts through both their necks. Because that would have been so weird. Look, this is cute and all. If you're gonna do a romantic angle with something, at least make it make sense. I don't care what orientation they are. Do not freaking force it. I mean, her attraction to him feels real. I'll say that. But it didn't make any logical sense why she'd be attracted. There was no earning anything. She's just like, We didn't get any romantic development for these characters because, let's be honest, it's really unbelievable that she would witness all of this chaos, him killing her friends, and then suddenly fall in love with him. Unless there's some, like I said, overpowering scent that she just can't resist, which is ridiculous. Unless she's inherently evil and attracted to that kind of thing, but if that's the case, wouldn't she have been more forgiving of her sister May, since she's into broken and dark things? But no, all he had to do was show some skin and say a few words that are so disconnected and are not really good arguments at all as to why he massacred all of the people that she cared about, supposedly. And that's all it's required to get into her pants. So he says you're finally free if you let those things go and embrace them. Which, I mean, he's not really wrong, because the Jedi were basically telling her to ignore her feelings. Then we get this scene about bald-headed Gamora. His mouth is like a perfect triangle. I know that people get upset with me observing very unique body parts on people. As I've said, I do it to myself as well. But are we gonna ignore that his open mouth is a perfect freaking three-sided shape? Are we gonna ignore that? That it's a perfect freaking triangle? Like, pizza could never.
And we depart in 20. Are you joining us on the mission, Master?
I am.
To the Outer Rim. It's just... You get nauseous when you travel through hyperspace.
I don't get sick. I find it unsettling.
What is this dialogue? What is her face? What are we doing right now? What in the asparagus?
But Master, I'm sure that these casualties are due to the planet's uncharted environment. You
I
don't...
need to handle this personally. I hope that is all right with you.
How can he be sure it's based on the hostility of the uncharted environment? They're Jedi. Aren't Jedi, like, not trained to learn how to survive in hostile, uncharted territory? They can use the Force, but not when it comes to uncharted territory. Wasn't that what they're trained for? To, like, see with their Force mind, third eye kind of situation? I don't know exactly what a Jedi entails, because it feels as though they keep flip-flopping it in this show. So please forgive me, but it seems like a very stupid reason. Unless he's trying to get her to not go. But then why would he tell her? Like, none of this dialogue makes any freaking sense. Anyway, back to May. May tells Sol she had to restart the system. He's still in his feelings, and he says, how could I have not sensed that villain's true intentions? Because you chose not to use your power when it would have made sense to do so?
This is her. I didn't know what she was going to do with that stuff.
If you cooperate, we will consider letting you go with a warning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Please don't do the memory wipe thing or whatever it is you guys do.
What is your
See? That's your own fault. You had the opportunity to do it, you didn't do it.
You can tell me. Have you told me everything that happened on Brendock?
You are very young.
But I'm not now. You can tell me.
And of course, this stops him from telling her. Good lord, the convenience. Then she leaves him and he's like, something's not right. You didn't catch that from all the way on the planet?
Hello, is anybody there? Can you hear me?
Identify yourself.
My name is...
May.
He had said that he noticed the way that she took care of her robot, and I wonder if it was the glowing red eyes that gave him away. Anyway, he gets ready to warp out of there, and as soon as he does, like instantly, the other people come there. Why didn't he wait for them? Not sure. So when Ballhead Gamora and her friend come down, Triangle Mouth says that an Umbramoth colony hatched last night, and they apparently wreaked havoc on the settlement. So if the Jedi were anywhere near that colony, that would explain the large amount of casualties. Because I guess Jedi cannot defend themselves upon an army of moths? And I'm thinking the Jedi would have known that the moths would have been attracted to their light, so they all don't know how to use the Force all of a sudden. And they just conveniently die as a result? Nobody questions this. This guy, I don't know, he has the constitution of a greyhound. Built for speed, but not for intelligence. So the Lovebirds continue doing their thing, and this woman who could have left multiple times asks if this is the same pitch that he gave to her sister. And let me translate. Did you try to fuck my sister too? Or do you just want me? Or do you just want me because you couldn't have her? Because of course we must know. And he lets her know, nah, of course not, girl. I thought your sister was the one, but you're exactly what I'm looking for. Your sister is like so beneath both of us.
I made a mistake with May. I thought she wanted more than just revenge. I thought she wanted what I want.
What do you want?
What do you think he wants? I mean, that was clearly him saying he was hoping that she would go down on his Tropicare. And you're down to do that. You're down for forestation, so that's why he's interested. Look at her face. She's like, ooh. Well, he made a mistake with her. I'm better. Ha!
Oh my god, that was so funny!
So he says he wants the power of 2, which is code word for... So then he lifts his shirt for no freaking reason other for her to see his lower back, and she starts salivating all over her freaking body. Like, oh my god. The look on her face, the creepy thirst on her face is just unbelievable here. I swear to god, that's like her. That's the only other expression she knows how to do other than the non-expression that she does for 99% of the runtime of the show.
This didn't give what it was supposed to give, then whatever, right? But like, what if it was good and you're not my man and I can't call you and I'm thinking about this shit every single day and I'm losing my appetite? Like,
where'd you get that scar?
How do you think I got it?
What kind of question? I don't know. From my sister raking her fingers down your back? Can I give you a new one? So this dumbass says it looks like someone stabbed him in the back. Okay, I know she doesn't actually mean physically stab, but still it's funny. Because it looks like a lightsaber carved its way up and down his back. And he says someone threw him away. And she somehow makes the deduction that it was his Jedi master. And he just sits there with his luscious lips all like,
bitch, you guessed it!
Anyway, he doesn't confirm. And he's like, yo, you want to see my helmet? It's called cortosis. So yes. You guys were right. But here's something we didn't know about it. Apparently, it's also a sensory deprivation headpiece, like he says they use on younglings. But if it can null your senses, doesn't that mean all your senses? Like, How would you be able to hear or smell? Sensory deprivation is described as a method which allows a person to receive little or no sensory input from their sense of sight, smell, sound, touch, and taste. This can happen when stimuli are reduced or below the threshold of normal. So it makes it hard to believe this guy would have been able to hold a conversation with anyone, much less them being able to hear him, but maybe it just goes in one way, and because of the Force, he can amplify what people are saying. Understandably, she asks if it blocks out all your senses.
It blocks out all your senses?
So it's just you and the Force. And what you bring with you. Try it on.
I don't trust you.
Says the person who's still sitting here salivating over his body despite the fact he massacred your friends in cold blood just because they were a Jedi. Interesting.
Nor should you, but you should learn to trust yourself.
That is so manipulative. Like, imagine a guy or a girl, you know, being like, I like you, or I want to just, you know, be friends with you. I don't want to, like, come between you and your girl, and she's all petting your arm and your leg, and you're like, yeah, no, I know where this is going to lead. I don't trust you. And she's all touching your chest like, I know you shouldn't trust me. Trust yourself. The hell? So we all know that Osha's here because she wants to be here, and he leaves her, and she's like, you know what? He's really hot. And like the first time I saw him and he killed all my friends, he was wearing that thing, so now I'm gonna wear it too. Meanwhile, bald-headed Gamora is down there with the dead friends and the dead Jedi, and it's terrible. She notices it's lightsabers, the cause of their deaths, and they're all just lying there festering.
No sign of Osha or her twin. They must have survived somehow.
How do you... This guy surely makes a lot of really stupid assumptions. Just because they're not in the immediate area does not mean they survived. You just said earlier on that there was a whole moth colony that hatched, and Osha and her twin are supposedly weaker, or I don't know. One of them killed Master Jedi. What makes you think that the moths didn't kill them?
An explosion, then a battle. One versus many. His power extraordinary, his skills erratic. His sole aim is to leave no survivors.
Oh my god. Master, you're such a badass. Like, I'm so powerful too. That's why you brought me here, but I completely would not have seen that coming because I don't possess the power of a vag. Or maybe he does, who knows? But I feel like this was just a way to show her how badass she was. Oh my god, look at that. She's apparently way stronger than every other Jedi in existence.
They were all killed by a lightsaber. What does that tell you?
A powerful Jedi has fallen. You don't think Master Soul was responsible?
How did you reach that conclusion? Your first thought wasn't, oh my god, that woman, Osha's twin that was going around killing other Jedi Masters, could have been responsible. No, your first thing is Soul? Really? This guy is a horrible detective. I don't know why he's even there.
That is quite the accusation.
Who else would possess the power to slay such a strong group?
Oh, so Master Soul is the only person in existence? Isn't this supposed to be stories set in the galaxy far, far away? Why is it only the immediate cast that these people are aware of in terms of their existence? The motivation isn't there, and while, yes, it is possible, there's a whole other freaking person out there who had the motivation and who had already been killing other Jedi. What is this person, bro?
Something to tip the scales.
Okay, so if you know what it is, lady, just say it. What is with people? Why are we hiding things from people? What if your head gets chopped off in the next second? Now he doesn't know what's going on, because I guarantee you, Mr. Chihuahua, or freaking reverse Slenderman over here, is not going to make up his mind. He is not going to come to that conclusion on his own. Clearly so.
It's time to get back to the ship. We should prepare these bodies for burial.
Still nobody said anything about those poor people. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like they're just bodies. They're no longer people. Anyway, May wakes up and she realizes she's captured. And Sol is waiting for her and he knows. He's like, what's up? You thought I wouldn't figure it out, huh? And she's like, bro, I could have killed you anytime I wanted to, but the writers wouldn't allow me. So now we're gonna have a switch, right? We're gonna have the dark sister go over to the light side and the light sister go over to the dark side because she falls in love. And then she's always gonna want a father or whatever she didn't have. So he says, we both have to talk. You had a lot of chance to do that before, but okay. And of course, we close out the episode with May touching her lover boy's helmet and seeing what looks like veins of the cortosis running up the cave. So this is a place or an island that apparently has this resource. And if that's the case, it is very valuable, no? Curiosity gets the best of her. You can't tell because she has no facial expression. Worse than Kristen Stewart over here. And she puts it on. Ew, why is she breathing like that? Why is she breathing like that? Unless she's claustrophobia, I mean, can she not breathe in there? Is there no way to like inhale? Like when I put on my motorcycle helmet, that I do not breathe like that. I just breathe normally. I open up the visor and I breathe. I close the visor and I breathe. I don't go like there's no need for any of that. I don't understand what, or were they trying to do a callback to Darth Vader to let us know that she's going to the evil side? This is so freaking stupid. Oh my God. What in the world? She looks so dumb with the helmet. I'm so done. Oh my God. This was, I swear to freaking God, this show's a comedy. This is so fun, you guys. If you want something to laugh at, if you can get over rolling your eyes so far out of your skull that they just shoot up into your ass, this is the show to watch. This is so hilarious, mind-numbingly hilarious, but stimulatingly so as well. I actually can't wait for the next episode because, dude, y'all like Sharknado and those types of movies, you'll totally love this. I really hope they don't go the route though of Sol and May screwing each other. I really hope they don't do that because that would be very problematic and weird. Let's leave that to anime, shall we? On her part, maybe, but he saw Osha as his daughter. You know what I mean? So I really hope it doesn't go that route. I know it sounds weird me even bringing that up, but do bear in mind that this is the show. This is what we're working with. This is the type of man who just murdered all her friends and tried to murder her sister and corrupted her sister or whatever Sol said. This is what we're working with. So at this point, it feels as though this is adult entertainment with the veneer of skin of Star Wars on it, but it's not actually Star Wars, if you know what I mean. It was an excuse to do adult entertainment with a Star Wars theme. You know those birthday cakes that look like ass and then you just draw a circle that's yellow with 2 balls on the end of it and like black dots and then you call that Winnie the Pooh so you can say you're doing a Winnie the Pooh theme, but it's really not Winnie the Pooh at all. It's just a freaking cake and an excuse to tell a 3-year-old that it's Winnie the Pooh. That's what this show is. So long as we understand that's what we're getting with it. Wow. I don't even know what to say past this. But anyways, make sure you wash the bottom of your feet.